Oh my gosh, it's time for a Ninja Steel. I overslept by 3 minutes and actually had to use that other website for the first time ever, Ninja Steel. So here we go, let's do this Ninja Steel. So here is the real episode 16. The real one. The other one was a Halloween special, which technically was episode 21, if I remember correctly. But yes, this is the real episode 16, Monkey Business. Now we continue with the story. So we have Haley walking to school, and then all of a sudden Calvin is actually driving. So for people who already figured it out, Calvin was supposed to drive Haley, but apparently he was late. Yeah, he overslept and he was late. And it's kind of weird that out of all the times, this is the first time ever we see the fact of Calvin is a slacker or Calvin is sleeps late, or it's like, that's pretty damn weird. Even though you kind of understand the fact of Calvin is a freaking junkie. I mean, he is an actual mechanic. He loves doing stuff. So it kind of makes sense that he'll stay up late at night, souping up a car or working on a project or something like that. So that makes freaking damn sense. But until now, to actually get to the point of where it's like, now it's being a problem. It 50% works, 50% doesn't work. If you're going to do this, you kind of have to have some hints along the way, not just automatically, ta-da, there we go. So, yeah, apparently he is unreliable, even though, well, I guess they did kind of hint at that with that one episode where he was part of the relay race. But the thing is that he wasn't unreliable to his girlfriend. He was unreliable to Brody and Levi. And because, well, for Fall Breaker, they needed it for the story, he actually had to go with Ace to fix his car or check out his car, which turns out he was fixing his car. Yeah, it's kind of weird too. It's like, oh, he's unreliable. Then why the hell did he even help Ace? Why couldn't he just be like a normal fan where he's like, oh, Ace, you're awesome. He's like, hey, dude, I need you to help. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I got to do this other thing. I don't know. Yeah, shoehorning the fact that he's unreliable and stuff like that. You need even more evidence to that. You need even more evidence. And right now, I don't really see it. So you have the freaking couple fighting a little bit, just a little argument. They figured something out, and then, well, the new monster of the day came and recorded those two. So now he actually has their voices, and, well, of course, because it is a freaking stupid TV show within a TV show, or a show within a TV show, we have the monster talking to the freaking damn camera. Yay. So they both enter the school, and Preston's actually rubbing the fact in of Calvin being late. And then we have the principal. Oh, yeah, the principal. Sorry, guys, I'm a guy. So the principal actually encouraged Calvin. Well, she encourages Haley first, then Calvin to actually run for school president or class president. And Haley's being a bit sassy right now. It's like, wow. So she basically called out Calvin, and this is why he actually signs up. It's the fact that, oh, he's laid back. He can't get things done. It's like, wow, whoa, hold up. If he can't get things done, how the frick is his car even running? I mean, if he's completely unreliable and trash, then he would basically screw himself over, meaning that the whole first episode where his car actually doesn't work or something, yeah, then he wouldn't be able to fix it because, well, he can't get things done. I'm sorry, but I'm just being a little bit literal, where it's like, yeah, he can get things done. It's just that sometimes he's perplexed. But you say he can't get things done, and, well, Ace's car is fixed. That's something getting done. Oh my gosh. They're eventually about to get me to the point of where I'm like, oh, the freaking White Ranger, the White Ninja sucks. And in the original version, the White Ranger does actually suck. But in the end, she does make it a little bit better, but she still kind of sucks. Well, anyways, because of the freaking little banter that they did, Calvin actually signed up. So now Haley's being his class president, and Calvin's also running as class president. Oh, and guess who is the class president right now? Of course, you guys know it's freaking damn Victor. Here comes Victor and Monty. Oh boy! Oh my gosh! Here we freaking damn go. So their plan is to sabotage them both, so no one will oppose Victor. Good plan, but I don't know. Victor and Monty sucks. Technically, if they were cool about it, they would actually hold off a little bit on Victor and Monty. You know, hold off a little bit. So allow this episode to be one of the ones where it's like, Victor and Monty get spotlights. So at least the good news is that you're not shoving Victor and Monty down your throat. But at least here's their first actual episode where they actually should be doing something because they are kind of involved. Yeah, this one's actually now decently interwoven to where it's like, yep, he's involved. He should definitely be in the episode, and he definitely should cause a little bit of havoc. So, anyways, we got Team Haley, which is Levi and Preston. Yeah, I think that's it. Levi and Preston. So, yeah, Gold Ranger, Blue Ranger teams up with White Ranger. And we have Team Calvin, which is Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Yellow Ranger. So, yeah, they actually started their thing, and Haley actually forgot markers, and Calvin's like, I have extra markers. You can have some. See? Reliable. It's like, yeah, Haley, listen, if you really wanted to go for class president, when it comes to thinking of this, it's a good idea not to be a dumb idiot and welcome a challenge. Even though you will still have to go against Victor, though. And that's kind of weird how Victor didn't even have to promote or anything. Victor just stays class president. Okay, we're going to go to the end. In the end, I'll talk about how stupid this is because that is not how school works. I don't think that's how school politics works. But anyways, yeah, so while they were outside, the monster recorded all their voices, all the other four voices, and well, there was some smack talk, of course. There was some smack talk between the two political groups. And the monster didn't leave graciously because he was like, all right, now it's time for me to escape. Oh no! Oh no! It's like he's a monster. Let's get him. And this is where I came in. It's like, yeah, this is where I came in because I had to use the website for 3 minutes. So yeah, here's where I came in. The Rangers Rangers fight. The monsters using their voices against them. He again talks on camera. Wow. And then he retreats. Yeah, eventually he retreats because he was like, oh, minions, I need your help. And the minions fight him, fight the Rangers. And he's like, I'm making my mistake. I got to make the dash. And he goes away. So we are back to Haley and Calvin, and they begin their campaigns. And holy frick, their freaking posters are big. Like, holy frick, man. I know for school, well, they must be using that freaking Nickelodeon money, but I know for school, you don't really need to have that big freaking damn poster. Holy shizo, man. Holy shizo. Holy freaking shizo. And at this point, I have to be a jerk. So for anyone who actually does like the White Ranger, well, it's good for you. But for me, it's kind of. Let me just tell you the original content. Original content, Shiro Ninja, aka the White Ninja. She is cute, but she was annoying as hell. In this version, in the Power Ranger version, she is tolerable. She's very tolerable, but there's something wrong with her face. I'm sorry to be a jerk, but I have to admit, there's sometimes where her face, it just, I don't know. Maybe the cameras suck at showing her beauty, and it just glitches on her face, and it's like, there's really something wrong with her face. I'm sorry to be a jerk, but there's a little bit something wrong with her face. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm just saying her face is sometimes perplexing to look at. It's like, okay, what is it trying to do? I really don't see what's going on here. I mean, not to try to say she's not photogenic, but there's something going on there, man. There's something going on, and I don't know what. Sorry for that little mishap. Go ahead, thumbs it down. I know I bashed that little girl. I bashed that freaking actress. I'm a jerk. Apparently, I'm a freaking jerk. But the eyes just can't. I don't know. Maybe it just can't fathom her beauty. So, anyways, we have Calvin who's out there and he's like, "Have a balloon. Vote for me. Vote for me. I'm very reliable." And then we have Haley, which I'm like, okay, so apparently she might be a rich girl. She has a freaking hot air balloon and saying, "Free hot air balloon rides, vote for me." I'm like, what the fuck, man? Now, it does make even more sense where you have Calvin has balloons, Haley's doing something different, and Victor has the hot air balloon. Considering, yeah, lots of stuff that he might be rich, but dude, come on. Haley has a hot air balloon. So for some reason, she most likely has some kind of money. Some kind of money. But anyways, yeah, because of this little political thing, this team is kind of split. And Calvin decides to do a speech. And Haley actually listened to the speech and said, "Oh, he's kind of good." And she apologizes. He apologizes. They make up. And, well, this is where I actually figure out what the teams are. And, well, he wants to run. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he wants to run. He really wants to run. He really wants to actually try to become class president. Calvin actually got Haley's mom to chip in and give him cupcakes. Delicious cupcakes. Now, this is the part where I actually have to mention, dude, how the freak did you get her mom into this? That's messed up. And also, what about that little kid you guys had a few episodes ago? Yeah, remember the little kid who actually got Sarah's job, her business? Why the hell could that little kid not actually provide those freaking cupcakes? Yeah, you see the problem here is like, why did you actually get Calvin to use Haley's mom if you know this kid and Sarah's on your team? I'm just saying, that's pretty what the fuck there. Because technically the kid always will forever owe Sarah one. He will always be in her debt. So why not he actually help Calvin out instead of Calvin going to Haley's mom? Even though I don't admit it's kind of a fun, dirty move, but on the other hand, did you really have to use it? It seems kind of underhanded in a way. But anyways, Haley's mom's also uses she makes good cupcakes, but her cake is better. And that's what Haley does, is bring out the freaking cake. Thank goodness Miss Chargeable is in there. Holy frick. Bruce. Oh my gosh. Oh frick, man. You know what would be cool? Victor and Monty versus Mrs. Chargeable. They're going to get fricked over. They're going to be massively freaked over if that happens. But of course, she has an elementary school, not high school. Anyways, we have Victor and Monty coming up with a plan. An evil plan. And the evil plan is actually putting Tabasco sauce on the cupcakes. What the fuck? And also causing a food fight in the other side, on Haley's side. What the fuck? So Calvin and Haley actually are now into a fight again. Yeah, they're now arguing with each other. While Victor and Monty is so happy with what they did. And they get hit by cake. It's like, yeah, you guys are total idiots. It's like, really, you're out in public. You just freaking caused a food fight. Do you think you're going to be safe? I mean, technically, I would think that everyone's going to be like, frick those two. It's like, yeah, because come on, remember what he did last time. There's a few things where it's like, dude, y'all guys should be pelleting freaking damn Victor Monty. There should be a few people gunning for him. Because what the fuck, man? You tried to win a world record and cheat? Are you serious? I have to admit, there's a few people out there who should be freaking saying like, "Oh, Victor, we have a bone to pick with you, boy." And he should be running for his life, being like, "Oh," and Monty should be like, Monty should either A, should be chilling, or B, they're like, get his bastard ass too. He works with Victor on freaking trying to cheat people out. And they both getting chased. It's like, yeah, it should be the part of where, yeah, You should be definitely chased, but okay, freak it. Freak it. So the monster is there, of course. The monster is there, and well, the food fight continues until the principal. Until the principal shows up, and she says to those two, if one more thing happens, you both will be disbarred, aka disqualified for the freaking damn run of being class president. And of course, Victor and Monty's like, yay! We just got to do one more. One more. And what the fuck, man? How Monty says shenanigans is freaking damn weird. It's as bad as listening to Swaz on Nick saying a few words. I forgot, but there's a few words that he says that's pretty damn weird, but he does it for the sake of funniness. As for Monty, however, he doesn't have to be funny when he talks about shenanigans. He doesn't have to do that, but yet you guys make him do it. What the? All right, anyways, the monster was cheering. He's like, yeah, he's cheering. He's like, yeah, all right, let's do something that Ashton Kutcher does. We're gonna be Punk 2.0, or I'm gonna use their voices against them. So he actually calls Calvin as Levi. And, well, Calvin got lured out in a certain place. And guess what? He gets freaking taken down. Yeah, he got sneak attacked, ambushed, got his power star taken away from him. That's one. Okay, now the weirdest part has to be he does this at least 2 times. The monster swings in the freaking episode, and it's pretty damn weird because it's like, okay, so why that? It's not really why the hell. It's more the fact of it's horrible looking. It's very horrible looking. It doesn't look natural at all. I would prefer natural than, yeah. You guys, what the frick? This is as bad as the Saber-Tooth Tiger and Dino Charge. It really is quite bad. You guys, what the freaking hell? So anyways, yeah, Calvin lost his power star. And now we get Sarah. Sarah's up next, and she gets a call from Preston. And oh, I forgot to tell you what they were saying. The fact of they were trying to say, oh, it was Haley who started the food fight, which is totally wrong, but yeah. And well, she goes, and not only that, but of course Brody gets roped in too. He gets a call from Levi, and Brody's ringtone. Holy crap, Brody's freaking ringtone. Now, I'm pretty like, because it's really weird how you guys want money, but yet you're not going to think about it. It's like, guys, if you make that freaking damn ringtone, can you put it on iTunes for $1.99 and get people to buy it from you? I mean, lots of people most likely want that ringtone, and you're telling me you guys aren't smart enough to actually put the ringtone for everyone to have. And you could actually charge them $1.99 for it, and many people would freaking damn buy it. So instead of that, you decide to just say, no, never mind. That's the dumb part. It's like, wow, if you guys are really looking for damn money, you guys gotta freaking be smart. Be freaking damn smart. I mean, at least that ringtone will sell, but I can't tell you about other ringtones that sell. But that ringtone will most likely sell. Just like with the Gifted TV show, if they decide to get that X-Men ringtone they just did in episode 1 and put it on freaking iTunes for $1.99, do you know how many freaking damn people will be going there and buying it? So many people. So many people. So good job. You guys kind of, yeah, you screwed yourself over when you wanted money. Anyways, those two got lured. Again, that freaking monster jungle swings. And again, it's horrible freaking graphics. Horrible things that they done. And Haley is still promoting. And the voting has just begun. And crazy enough, guess what? It turns the freak out. It turns the freak out that the other 3 didn't vote. Oh, well, how the frick does that work? They didn't get to vote. Yeah, that's when it's like, you guys should actually be a little bit fishy on that. That's like, that should be some suspicion. Definitely some suspicion. And then Haley actually gets a call from Brody, and Preston actually gets a call too. And then all of a sudden, we got Mick's lesson of the day. Now, for people who actually watch the freaking Halloween version, the Halloween special, when I reviewed it, you'll know that I wasn't a fan of Mick. I wasn't at all a fan of Mick's lesson of the day because it got shoehorned in and it doesn't even seem to be needed. This one also, this one actually is good, but sadly it makes Haley look stupid as yeah, it makes Haley look so damn stupid if she has to get this lesson. And plus, later on, it seems like Levi could have just been used, and Mick didn't even need to be in this freaking damn episode. I mean, Robobot's not in this episode, is he? So Mick could actually have got like a no paycheck in this episode. But anyways, yeah, Mick had to do the lesson of the day where it's like, that doesn't sound like any of them, does it? There must be something wrong. And I'm like, yeah, listen, it makes it sound, it really truly make it sound like Haley's an idiot. Haley's a freaking damn idiot. And sorry, but the original version of the White Ninja is an idiot. Haley is not really an idiot. But anyways, yeah, so they get Levi too to come along with them. And Levi actually sounded like he should have done the lesson of the day. I'm like, really? Yeah. Levi is the one who's like, that doesn't sound like Brody. That doesn't sound like Brody at all. And they're like, this is when they should have. It's like, what the fuck, man? If you're talking about teamwork and everything, this is when Mick should have shut the fuck up. Get out of here, Mick. And it's like, those three will be coming together and talking about it, saying, So this here, let me do some freaking damn help for the freaking writers, even though it's too late. How it should have went down was this. Levi should have actually have been right there and he's like, it doesn't sound like Brody. And then they'll talk about like, oh wow, those three didn't actually vote either. They're missing. So either A, they might be doing something and trying to lure us out, which is pretty stupid. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty stupid. I mean, even if we don't vote, there's a lot of votes anyways. And then they'll basically come to the fact of being like, what was that monster doing? It's like, what's that monster doing at the freaking school in the first place? And it's like, the monster must be doing something crazy, which means the monster is the one who's making the voices and he's trying to lead us to a trap. Look at that! Look at that, writers! Can't you fucking think? It's like, what the freaking hell? So the kids can't think worth a darn, and now you guys actually be stupid as fuck. It's like, really, we don't need a lesson of the day, folks. You didn't really need it. You really just need to actually show that together, you three, it's like together as a team, you guys can actually figure things out together. And that's a better freaking damn lesson of the day than this lesson of the day of, oh, well, remember what your friend acts like. If your friend acts weird, then it's not them. It's like, yeah, I would prefer to have a teamwork episode lesson of the day. Whatever, writers, whatever. So yeah, Levi actually gets a call, and this time it's from Haley. And this also staples the point of the monster is freaking setting up a trap, and the monsters most likely have their friends, and yeah. So anyways, again, Haley figures out it's a monster, but again, Mick's lesson of the day was not even needed, man. It's not even needed at freaking damn all. So, yeah, meanwhile, Team Calvin, they're all tied the freak up. Everyone lost their ninja stars. Everyone's power stars are freaking taken. So, here's the good news about the episode. They finally, after episode 5, I think that was the last time we saw it, they used the freaking, I guess, ninja cycles. I guess that's what they're called. But they finally used the cycles, and it's about damn time because I'm like, wow, man. Your prop that you brought in episode 5 and we haven't seen it for a long damn time? What? So anyways, yes, it's the Gold and White Ranger to the rescue. And they use new footage mixed with stock footage, of course. So Preston actually decides to sneak out and in secret is going to actually rescue the others. And it works actually good. I mean, wow, that's pretty good. That was a pretty good scene. So Haley actually is going against the monster along with Levi. And of course, like in the original episode, she actually has to figure out how to actually get rid of the monster and how to outsmart him, and she does, and is successful. They're both successful. She grabbed the ninja stars, Preston actually released the others. They all morph together, and now they fight. The monster uses the last attempt, and I'm like, well, I saw that in the original version, but it doesn't really matter anyways. Still funny, still a bit funny, and well, the finisher. Now, here's the funny part about the original version of this episode. This actually was one of, I think, one of the three episodes where the brother and sister actually get a moment. Yeah. And for people who don't know, yes, the Red Ranger and the White Ranger in the original version were actually brother and sister. And it's kind of funny how they switched it to where brother and sister moment to actually having just brother and brother, Gold and Red Ranger. But of course, well, again, the original footage even have the others being cousins of each other. Except for the Gold Ranger, who is completely a stranger. All right, let's continue on, shall we? So they did the finisher. They finished them off red, and they actually did a combined move. And, well, Levi, after a long while, which I thought, oh, they fixed it. No, they didn't. Levi takes a picture with the monster exploding. No, damn. Oh, damn. And, well, of course, the monster becomes big as frick, and the Zords are coming out, but not Levi's. Levi doesn't get to join in. And, of course, the Klondike Zord actually used the howling method because, well, the monster is using howling. The dog uses howling. In some instances, I kind of thought that they used a little bit of stock footage from the first episode, which maybe even in the Ninja, they did use stock footage as well. But I doubt it because they were able to pull it off and make me not actually question. Anyways, Levi is now present, and they have the Megazords out, and they do the finisher. And of course, it is the overkilling weapon of the century, the Buzzsaw Saber. And of course, like usual, the Rangers win. So we get the ballots counted, and the ballots are being counted. Victor and Monty has another plan for the last thing that they have to do to get Haley and Calvin both disqualified. So Team Calvin and Team Haley both apologize because, well, and the boyfriend girlfriend actually takes a moment to talk, and Victor and Monty actually has a plan of using water balloons. They're going to drop the water balloons on the principal, I think. Yeah, on the principal, and the principal gets pissed off, and they're both disqualified. And Victor is actually still class president. Hooray. So Calvin and Haley are both receding. They decide to actually recede from running as class president. And of course, well, in Victor and Monty fashion, they had to do this because, well, it's going to be even funnier to screw them over. So here we go. And, well, apparently Victor forgot about the freaking damn plan like seconds later. And Monty is not strong enough. Monty is not strong at all. So since Monty's not strong enough at all, he can't actually hold the freaking water balloons up above the freaking stage. So Victor comes, he does a little speech, and then, of course, the water balloons fall on him. Ha 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 ha. That's the end. And they kind of ended it as well, as close to being Looney Tunes. That was truly what the frick creepy. Well, it was just freaking damn weird up the wazoo. It's like, out of anyone who actually should be doing it, you would figure Disney would have been done it and said, ha ha ha. But they didn't. Instead, Nickelodeon did. That was weird. Actually, no. Sorry. It shouldn't be Disney at all. It should be Cartoon Network, but of course, they'll never get it. And besides, well, technically Disney would do it just to show a middle finger to Cartoon Network. Anyways, technically Disney already showed a middle finger to Cartoon Network because they stole Pokemon. Yeah, it's like, we stole Pokemon, middle finger. It's like, yep. Poor Cartoon Network. Poor Cartoon Network. So anyways, this episode altogether, what I think of it. This episode's okay. They made a decent deal of what they wanted to do. They did a nice job actually using the original story and changing it to this. It's a good idea. Again, the only messed up part they did, well, two things. Number one, well, I guess Victor Monty was needed in this episode just because, This one actually, they made them relate to what they're doing here. They made them relate. In many other episodes, it's like they just shoehorned him in, but this time they made something stick because he was class president. Made it stick. Yeah, they could actually decide to be like, oh, we could have chose someone else as class president, but then you have to have a brand new freaking person introduced, and they are most likely too stingy enough to actually be like, oh, we're gonna have to get one more person to do it, and it's like this person's gonna be a one-off and not gonna be shown again, so it really is kind of stupid. So yeah, it was a good call to make Victor class president. So it's not really a messed up thing to have them in this episode. It's just that you really needed to make sure that whichever episodes you decide to push them in, that you actually make it so that the other episodes that they are in, you shoehorn them in, they're not too overwhelming to the part of where people hate Victor and Monty. Like, for instance, if you could have, and the Halloween special, that was pretty cool, but still, you've been having Victor and Monty show up for 15 episodes already. What you really needed to do was maybe, just maybe, stop in episode 10 when you start our hiatus. No, at the hiatus, stop. Have two more episodes with Victor and Monty. Then this one would have been a third one, which would have balanced out where Victor and Monty was, and kind of makes it a little bit less unbearable. I mean, Bulk and Skull, you didn't really shoehorn them in at all. You just made it lively and you just had them in there. So it really wasn't really cringeworthy. But this one, it's like, it shouldn't be bashed. They did a good job with Victor and Monty on this, but because you shoehorn them other times, it really is bullcrap. Of course, last but not least, it's freaking Mick. Mick was not really needed in this episode at all. For having him the freaking our lesson of the day, the lesson of the day didn't really need to happen. Like I said, teamwork with the three other ones could have actually have been a better freaking lesson of the day. The fact of you could actually work together, figure out what's wrong, and fix it. Instead of, oh well, you guys, I'm the freaking mentor here, and I need to tell you a lesson of the day. It's like, my gosh. If someone ever parodies Power Rangers Ninja Steel, I think it would be very funny to actually just have some messed up guy being like, okay, it's time for the freaking lesson of the day. Mick, we don't really need you. I think we figured it out. Okay, the lesson of the day is very simple, Haley. It's like, we don't really need you. We kind of figured out things ourselves. I mean, we just got a call from Levi. Asked Levi, and Levi just told us that I called him. So apparently there's a copycat, and we already figured things together. And here you are trying to tell us the lesson of the day, and we don't really need it. So it would be a funny parody. It'll be a funny parody. It would be a nice little funny fight moment where you have Haley and Mick just going off at each other because Mick wants to tell the freaking lesson of the day, but they already figured things out, and you don't really need to do it. I know this was a long episode. No, this was a long video. Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode of Ninja Steel.